สวัสดีค่ะ I'm Wanasan Kerhong and welcome to Be My Guest, the program that brings you the successful stories of institutions and entrepreneurs in both domestic and international arena. Today we take you to Ananta Samakom Throne Hall and peek into the 7th Arts of the Kingdom exhibition, where stunning traditional artworks by artisans of the Queen Sirikit Institute are being showcased. And welcome to Be My Guest. Right now I'm with Kun Supama Sanitwong Na Ayutthaya, the Museum Director of the Arts of the Kingdom Museum. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ
Now of course Kun Supama, we are right here at what we call Ananta Samakom Throne Halls, am I correct? Can you give us a little bit of the background?
So the Ananta Samakom Throne Hall itself is 100 years old throne hall.
Wow.
But usually it was closed to the public. But for Her Majesty the Queen, she wanted, she told that we can use the premises for this to show all of this artwork that you will about to see. So all of these artworks are from the farmers, the hands of the farmers or the villagers.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So they are from the Support Foundation, which was founded 40 years ago when the king and the queen went to the rural country trying to elevate the better living of the Thai people. So the king said that the most important people are the farmers because they are the one who feed the whole country or maybe the whole world, but they are also the poorest people too. So he trying to help them with the agriculture and water management and the other stuff. He gave this task to the queen to help the family with the support living.
Okay.
So the queen have this idea of reviving the old arts.
That's right.
Yes.
Because Her Majesty the Queen is really into artwork.
Yes,
Like
which like at that time it was about to be forgotten from the Thai society.
Oh, okay.
Because the younger generation they don't want to do all of this anymore because it's really hard and really complicated.
It is very hard. It's very intricate. Like
Yes.
that's what we know,
Yes.
right?
So she asked the family, one of the younger children in the family, the one that they cannot afford to raise, to come to the Jilada Palace
Oh, right.
to train all of these artworks. So now all of these people, they have become like a national treasure because they are the one who save all of this artwork.
Right.
And also they could make the living out of it.
And this is what we call the Queen Sirikit Foundation, am I correct?
Yes, the Queen Sirikit Institute.
Institute, right.
Yes.
And is there like a way to select who would actually be in these courses?
She didn't select them from their talent or the skills,
Okay.
but she select the most unfortunate people, most unfortunate family to help them. So her task at first is to trying to help people from the poverty and to give them like sustainable incomes.
Right.
And the saving the arts are like the secondary task.
So like the preserving of the arts is more like the whatever advantages that come after.
Yes.
Now we're talking, we know that this is obviously the 7th of the Arts of Kingdom exhibition, I heard. Could you tell us a little bit about the exhibition?
Yes, so we don't hold the exhibition every year, but we only have it only on the special occasion.
Okay.
Like so this 7th is to celebrate the king's 70 years of thrones,
Right.
and the queen's 84th years of thrones. Sorry, 84th years of birth.
Oh, okay. And also I heard that is also the 100th anniversary of the Anantasamakum Drone Hall
Yes,
itself too.
also that.
But
too.
I believe it was open before, I heard, or it was built before, like 9 years before?
The building was
Right.
finished this year.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we're celebrating it.
Okay. So are there additional exhibitions that we have for this year for other people, the visitors that might have been here last year already?
Yes, so we have this amazing Beatles wing domes
Okay.
that we remake it. So if you came here before, you will be amazed that how many beetles and wood carving that we used.
Oh, so that means last year it was there too.
Yes.
But this year you have added.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So we improved it.
Oh, okay. And we, of course, we're going to see
Yes.
that. That's great. What the other one?
And also the other one is the pavilion called Barom Mangkala Nusorani. So that is a huge project for us too.
Right. Now I heard that there's a lot of like arts works and craftsmanship here and there situated around the drone hall itself, or right now we'll call it a museum. How many were there in total at this point?
It was countless. Right now, it's more than you can count, I think. And we actually like have more, but we select the best one to be shown here.
So are they changes every year? For example, if I came here last year, would I be surprised of like new additionals or?
For the masterpieces, it's always there, and so we change only on like when there's like the next Arts of the Kingdom.
Okay.
But all of these are all year round, so you can have the time to come.
And
so.
just like spend your time.
Yes.
Obviously, all these craftsmen are, I can see all the details. It's like there's little details,
Yes.
right? Now, talking about the last time though, when was the sixth one? Because obviously you don't do it every year.
The sixth one was 4 years ago when we celebrate the Queen's 80th birthday.
Oh, okay. What was the highlight of that one? Was
So we have 9 highlights at that
okay.
time. So we have like a lot of wood carvings and gold inlays and 9 masterpieces.
Okay, so, and are those still here or?
Yes, they are still here.
Oh, so that means you have added, that's why it's countless.
Yes.
Because you say you add it every year.
Yes.
Every time that you have
Yes,
the
so
exhibition.
the next time you come, you see more works of art here.
Oh, okay. Now talking about the artisans that have been doing all these, great artworks, do you know how many in total have put their hard work into, creating all these arts?
I'm not really sure about the numbers, but we have like increasing
every year?
Not really every year, but more than 40 years ago. So.
Oh, okay. Are these people, would they reproduce the artwork to be sold, or this is just solely for the museum?
For here, it's solely for the museum.
Oh.
But if they go back home and they could make their artworks and
so if they
make a
could
living.
reproduce
Yes.
and make their own, make a living,
Yes.
and that's fine.
Yes.
So are they hired to be?
Yes, they are
okay.
hired. So they have their allowance.
Oh, so like you say, the sustainable.
Because they are students still.
livelihood. Oh,
40 years they are students.
How young are they? I was just wondering, because these are really.
Right now they
detailed work.
have become, they have been working for 40 years. So at the first time when they come, they're just like children or teenagers, mostly
Okay.
teenagers.
Right.
So right now they are about 40 or 50 years.
So they could actually be a teacher.
Yes.
So by passing on
yes.
to younger generations.
Yes.
Okay. Now, talking about the drone hall itself, how many rooms do we have here?
So we have the first floor and the ground floor.
Okay. Now, the ground floor, what would be the highlights? Like walking in, which way should we walk?
Actually, all around, but the ground floor is more like smaller works of art,
Okay.
which was from like the early year of the artisans. So we start from the small works, and like it has
so you work
increased.
your way up,
Yes,
and then there's
into
going to be
the
more
masterpiece.
details and fancier and such. Okay. Well, there are a lot of visitors here. I mean, when I walked in, there were so many tourists. I was so impressed.
Yes, so lots of tourists and lots of foreigners have been really got impressed by it. So they have told, like mouth to mouth, like that. Told their friends, and their friends told the other friends. So that's why the number of the visitors has increased each year.
What would be the highest number from which country? I think I can guess a little from like walking in. But
yes. So right now we have a lot of Asian visitors. So mostly Chinese, Korean, and Vietnamese.
And of course, you have the audio system.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Correct.
So we have 10 languages for the audio guides.
Okay. And for Thai people, do we get guides as well?
You can also get the audio guides.
Oh, okay. So it's available in Thai.
Yes.
And obviously in English, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
And it would pretty much show you how to walk into each room and then what's in there.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. So when you talk about the second floor, though, how big is the second floor, and how long does it take normally for visitors to walk?
So the upper floor is the great thrones. So I can say that it's quite big.
Right.
But usually the museum takes around at least 50 minutes to walk, but some people took their time, so they could take up to 2 hours. So it depends on the speed of the tour.
Right. So I'm eager to actually see, we gotta look around a little bit more. So perhaps maybe we're gonna go for a little walk. So stay tuned, make sure you stay tuned, because after this break, we're gonna come back and then walk around the museum itself.
Good foods. Good life. The land of smiles. This is Thailand. My home, your home. Our home, our country, stronger together.
Republic of the Philippines consists of over 7,000 beautiful islands of the Pacific Ocean, the land which introduced the democratic system to the Southeast Asia region. It is constantly growing from its laborers working abroad, the expanding export industry, and the growing investment from foreign countries. It is once again becoming prosperous, fitting its alias, Pearl of the Orient.
And welcome back to the program. Now, Kun Supamat, where are we right now?
So right now, this is the first room that you will meet. So all of this is called the Beatles Wing Dome, which as you can see that
all the beetles, obviously.
around it.
So the green part, the green and shimmering color, those are from the beetles.
Yes, they are all natural color of the beetles.
Right. Can you tell us a little bit, like this is new addition, like we mentioned from last break.
So this is the renovation that we made.
Right.
So as you can see that all of the naga, the water dragons. So this is a wood carving, and then we decorated with the beetle's wing.
Okay, so these are the one that added in.
Yes.
And obviously there's a lot of it.
Yes.
And these are not big ones. These are like small little ones. That means a lot of details.
Yes.
How long does it take to complete this room? I'm just wondering.
This room we use all of the people, but like also it's just the additional. So it took us to complete it like maybe like in 6 months.
Oh, wow. Now, when we talk about the beetles, it's insect, correct?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit why, how, what's the background behind actually bringing the beetles into the artworks?
So first of all, I have to say that we didn't kill off these beetles. They have their life cycle of 3 months.
Oh, okay.
So after they lay the eggs, they will naturally die. So we could just pick them from the ground.
So it's not like you're raising them and then wait until they die. These are all naturally,
Yes. So
obviously, cycled.
these we bought from the villagers from the northern and northeastern part of Thailand.
Okay.
So it was first from when the queen went to the village, and all the villagers, they wanted to greet her.
Okay.
So they will bring whatever they grow in their house.
Like a present. Obviously, you know, it's a big deal for us. If royal family actually give us a chance, pay us a visit, that's just a big deal.
So yes. So but like some of the villagers, they are very poor, so they couldn't grow anything because the drought or the flood. So some of them just pick all of these beetles from the ground and present it to the queen.
Oh, so it's in their nature already. That's why.
So that's why the queen has this idea of using the art with the beetle's wing.
So how intricate are these? Like, how do you select each of the beetle wings, do you know?
We separate it by colors. So usually the most common colors are the greens, but also the rare one is the copper one and the blue one.
The blue ones. Okay, so you have to actually look very closely because the copper one you can see in the shimmering part, but the blue one I haven't really
because
noticed.
like the nature of the beetle's wing is the iridescence.
So with this room though, are there a lot of attention, ooh-ahs, everybody? Because this is the first room on the second floor, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So yes, we have a lot of
people were
amazed by the first sight.
Right. So we're gonna go to the next room. I believe that you have the woodcraft.
Yes.
That to show us. So let's go. Now, of course, we are right now in another room. คุณสุภมาคะ what is it behind us? This big piece of artwork.
So this one is the wood carving, the teak wood.
Teak wood. Okay. I see the level of craftsmanship in this work. What is it about? It's supposed to be telling us the stories, perhaps?
Yes. Actually, like this wood carving, this masterpiece is actually two-sided. So each side have a different story. But we have the link pavilion in the middle. So this side that you see here is about the Himavan forest, which is the mythical forest from India. So it's like a utopia of India.
Right.
And we have lots of mythical creatures. Like this one is Kinari, and behind us is Kinara, which is half bird, half human.
Okay. which is obviously is in our
Yes.
storytelling for a
Yes.
long, long time.
Yes.
How long does it take to do this? Because I can see a little details, even the leaves. Those
Yes.
are
Yes,
hard.
it's all carved
Right.
in. So this one, it took 2 years and 7 months.
Wow.
And it took 79 people to finish it.
79. Okay, and these are the people from the
From the Surrogate
Institute.
Institute, yes.
Okay.
And the other side is the story of Sang Tong, which is the Thai folklore from His Majesty the King's Rama II, who composed the story.
The story. Okay. Now, you say there were 79 people involved in this particular
Yes.
work. That means we talked about the beetle wings before, so that's another type of art. And
Yes.
this is wood, right?
This is wood carving.
Right, wood carving. So I think we talked about it before about how Her Majesty the Queen wants them to actually be able to reproduce this.
Yes.
So what's the idea behind it?
The idea of the art
Or of the, reproducing the art itself?
yes.
Because
So
the tools and such.
So, like she wanted them to make all of their, even like their tools by themselves, just because if they want to go back home and
Right.
they can make their own tools and like make the living out of it. So if we have like a special or like technical
Equipments,
equipment, then if they get go out and go back home, they couldn't do anything because they don't have the right equipment.
Right.
So all of these are made by the simple equipment, like
So just really local.
just the knife, just the local knife and hammers or something like that.
okay.
So also that's how we base our projects in. So just to make like everything like sustainable.
Right. Now you say like we have this particular piece of art right in the middle. There's other wood crafting arts as well.
Yes,
correct?
yes. Also, we have a pavilion that held the crest of the 9 kings.
Okay.
And also we have the smaller work, which is like our older work, our older masterpiece, which has like the story of the birth of the 9 gems.
Oh, okay.
But it was smaller and only one-sided because you can see that the skill of the artisan has improved, like year by
Quite a
year.
bit, right.
So in the old work is from like they only have like 4 layers deep from the wood carving, but now this is 7 layers deep.
Ah, okay. So we're gonna go to the next room, and I believe is involved the silk or
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So,
It's the silk embroidery.
okay, so let's go. And right now we are in another room, Kun Supamat. What is it behind us right now? It's
These-
gigantic.
So these are not paintings.
Right.
It's the silk embroidery.
Wow. So this is the size of the wall at this
Yes.
point.
Yes.
And these are all made out of silk.
Silk.
Right.
We use the silk called mai noi, which is the very inner womb of the silk.
Wow.
Usually the silk will have just 2 layers.
Okay.
The outer layers is the rough one,
Right.
and the inner layer is more like delicate one. But
Okay.
actually we have the third one, which is called mai noi. But since it's very hard to like to make the out of it, so most people, like most villagers, they just do the outer layers and just the secondary layers. But they pull all together the inner part
Okay.
all together into the second layers.
Oh,
So,
okay. So technically they don't know there's like a tiny little third layers. Okay.
Yes. So this mai noi is that's how the queen trying to provoke
Wow.
people to make the mai noi.
Okay.
But because it's very hard, so now it's only from the support foundation that made the mai noi.
Right. when you say is very inner layer, so that means it's very thin.
Very thin and very shiny.
Very thin and very shiny. Okay. How long does it take to complete this? Because this looks like something it should take years.
This one take a whole full years.
Okay.
And it took 142 people to finish it.
142. Are these involving people who have to, I guess, color them or just?
Yes, we colored all the silk by ourselves too.
Okay. What is it? What's the story behind this particular embroidery?
So, this one is the story of Inau.
Oh, okay.
Also the translation from the Indonesia.
Oh,
and, King Rama II is the one who translates the story. And it has become quite popular for the Thai people.
Right. Are there a lot of Indonesian tourists that get a chance to actually take a look at this?
Yes,
Okay.
they do.
And they understood right away, I assume.
Not really,
No?
because
Okay.
they didn't know. But when they tell when we tell them, then they realize that it's the story. So they are very impressed.
Now, when we talk about this particular painting, the silk itself, are there a lot of people, the visitors that actually just stood here? Because I can see a lot of visitors that just stood here for a long time.
Yes, they do, because we have a lot of details. And if you look closer, and you can see that every part of it are like made like slowly, like with the embroidered.
Very
it's all
detailed.
embroidered.
Right.
So it's not just the painting or something like that.
Right. So, well, you know what? Thank you so much. Today has been such a blast for me and obviously for the viewer as well. So thank you so much for your time, Ka. สวัสดีค่ะ The artisans from the Queen Circuit Foundation have honored Her Majesty the Queen's vision to preserve the Thai culture by exhibiting their masterworks. People have traveled from all over the world for a glimpse into Thai intricate ancient artworks, as well as invaluable artifacts of the Thai royal family, being showcased right here at the 7th Arts of the Museum exhibition at Anantasamakom Throne Hall. Please be sure to pay a visit and be amazed by their arts. That concludes this episode of Be My Guest. I'm Wanathon Krahong. สวัสดีค่ะ